But if you want to be intentional about getting a partner, you would at least have to make that move so that someone would see you. I cannot be dating you and you are not available for me now. Why? So if you're coming from the outside, what will people say? People will
They will say
whether or whether
something.
they will say.
Whether or whether people will say whether or whether. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is Sommie's Corner. If you're seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. And to all my returning subscribers, I love you. So today we are doing a Q&A session. I've gotten a lot of, hi Sommie, can we do a relationship topic? So many questions in my DM, on my WhatsApp, on YouTube here. And I decided, okay, why not? If not, I sent out a prompt on Instagram, on YouTube, asking for questions, concerns, and issues you have. And I got a little of them. So today we're going to answer those questions, giving our 2 cents, but backed up with godly principles. And I decided not to do it alone. Yeah? I decided to bring my friend, my sister, Kay. Kay has appeared on the channel before. If you have not watched the video I did where some young ladies came together and shared valuable information, is on the channel. After this video, you can go back. I'll leave the link on the description box. Kay appeared and she's appearing again. So I actually brought Kay today because the woman of God is not married. But the daughter of Zion here is married. So she'll be sharing from her. She's not married for so long. Kay is like 1 year plus. But at least she has a wealth of experience and value and information. And we may be laughing a lot on this show because Kay is hilarious. You can see she's already making funny faces, right? So in the midst of our fun, in the midst of our laughter, in the midst of everything, I just hope you are able to find value in whatever we're going to say as we answer the question. So I'm just going to allow Kay to introduce herself. Okay, over to you.
Hi guys. It's nice to be on this platform. Thank you, Chisom. Finally, you have brought me outside.
There's more.
You know that this camera sounds is not me.
Kay is not the camera.
I like to be behind the camera. I like to ride, but Chisom said no. We'll drag you out.
Yes.
And well, sometimes you just have to bend. Just bend, So yeah, it's good to be on camera, right?
Yes.
And thank you, Chisom.
Thank you for coming.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
It really takes a lot to bring Kay out and to bring her on camera. Like she said, Kay is the background kind of people who love to walk in the background, and bringing her out here is a lot. So guys, this is one of the reasons why you have to like this video, you have to watch it, you have to comment, because bringing our guest today, Odirizi,
Yes.
is not easy, okay?
And money will be involved. I will ensure.
And food.
And food.
All right, not wasting any time. If you're ready to learn some valuable things, let's get right into the video, shall we?
Yep. The first question we have here, must you be an outgoing person before you can be able to meet a partner?
You read it first. You answered first.
Must you be an outgoing person? The definition of outgoing is, I don't know what you mean by outgoing. Do you mean just be outside every day, or you have days when you go out or are you introverted and you're asking if you should actually put yourself out
there?
You will not be inside the house, a man will find you. First of all, you have to at least step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, a lot of us are introverted. Like, we love to stay in the house morning, afternoon, night. So far we have everything we need inside the house. But if you want to be intentional about getting a partner, you would at least have to make that move so that someone would see you. Except you want to subscribe to online
dating apps.
I will not advise you to do that. And even online dating, at some point,
you
have
have
to
to meet
meet.
the person.
So yes, you don't necessarily have to be outgoing
Or
like
yeah, like every day of the day, every day of the week, rather,
yeah.
you're going out, you're in every event, no, you don't necessarily have to do
But
that.
you have to go out.
Mm.
Yes, you have to go out, but do everything in moderation. Just know what works for you, and I guess
Yeah.
that's
If I'm to add something, like she said, K is an introverted person. I am introverted, but not as deep as K. I have I'm in between extroverted, and I'm just somewhere inside 50-50, right? But most of the time I like to be indoors. I enjoy my space, the same way with K. But is she married or not? She's married.
I went outside. I went out.
Yeah.
In as much as I met my husband in the same space, in a
Mm.
comfortable space where I just had to be where I was, where I met him. But yes, we carried the relationship outside the space where we met. So yes,
Right.
I went out. At least it's outside first that he saw me
Yeah.
before following through in the space where
Yeah.
we both work together.
Yeah. So just like what you said, you have to find somewhere that, for example, you can't say you're in your house, you don't go to church, you don't go for family events, you don't go to maybe friends
Hangout or
hangouts,
meetings.
meetings, you don't have a community of like-minded people.
Sosa here.
It's just you, it's just your room, it's just
Market.
markets, me, my nobody's going to find you there. So even if you're introverted, because we use that as an excuse, oh, I'm introverted, oh, I don't like going out, it's a lie. Particularly as a woman, even guys too, but particularly as a woman, you must learn to at least step out
Yeah.
of your comfort zone, meet people, interact with people. Yeah. So you need that. You won't be in your house and a man will find you in your room. Mm-mm. God will not send anyone. So I just hope we.
Even Ruth went out and
Right.
Boaz saw her. She was intentional about getting his attention,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she had to do what she did
She knew
and
the
lay
she knew
at
the
a
places.
position where she knew that Boaz will pass. And so
You need to be advantage
yeah,
positions,
yeah.
places you know that potentials are here. It's
Mm-hmm.
not because you want to market yourself
But
and
still market
but still
yourself.
market
Still
yourself.
market yourself.
Yes. So you need to go out.
Yeah.
Is calling or texting so much a red flag in every human relationship?
Like it's calling or
Calling
texting,
or
like someone
texting.
that frequently
I
calls or
think I think that's what she wants
yeah.
to say. Ebere is a
Is it
kepu. I think that's what she wants to say. Excessive calling and texting.
mm.
Hmm. No be small.
I
Hmm.
want to go.
Should that's my question. Are you sure you're not go first?
So I think everyone needs to find what works for them. I will use myself as an instance. Any day, anytime, I would prefer to send a message. There's some days where you will be calling me and I'll look at my phone and I'll see it ringing. I don't feel like talking on the phone. And but once you send me a message immediately after the call, I'll respond to you. Yeah, so some people prefer call me, and some people will just prefer send SMS. So I think what is ideal is between you and your partner, you find out what works best for you. So if my partner sees it as a delay in sending an SMS and just wants to communicate, and he feels that making calls is his thing, and me on the other hand, I feel like SMS is my thing. I feel that it can be discussed.
Okay.
Yeah, so you let him know or let her know, like, I'm not a call person. It's not like I love you less, or
Mm.
if you call me too much, you're disturbed. If it's a bother to you, let the person know and tell them, can you cut down? Eh. There's some people who the things they love to do, they do it in excess and they don't see anything wrong with it. And you reacting in a way that is not right, if you have not had that conversation, might come
With
off as you're not giving same energy into the relationship as it
mm.
is. So asking if it is a red flag, I don't see it as a red flag.
Mm-mm. I think it's some
It's just a
is
communication thing.
yes, it's a communication thing. There is no relationship that can thrive without
these
adequate,
forms of communication, right?
yeah, adequate communication first, and
Mm.
then these forms of communication, just like Kay said, you would have to agree with your partner what works best for you. I don't think I'm a call kind of person, but if you send me a text message like Kay said, I will also respond. If you call me, I'll respond. But if you call me when I'm not ready to pick the call, like there's some calls that when you place them, I don't want to take it. I might just drop you a text message or call you later. So you would have to. Everyone has what works for them.
Or except this person is also coming from the angle of maybe calling or texting too much in terms of monitoring. You get
Uh-huh.
a hair, like you always want to call me at every point so
You
that you
always
have
want to know what is
nowhere a
going
hair
on.
or text a hair. That's another angle.
However, it
That can
is.
be a red flag for you if
Yes,
you feel like you're under
pressure,
pressure, yes, or something like that. But coming from the other light, I don't see it as a red flag. But
communication,
coming
no.
from monitoring spirits,
Being suspicious
uh,
and you're always calling or texting the person, that can
detective
be a
and
red flag.
thief.
Yes. But, but if it's solely on communication, if you like calling and your partner likes texting, you guys have to come to an agreement on what works best for the healthy
State.
state of the relationship. Yes, you need both actually. So you just have to find out to what extent are you going to call me. Maybe if you call me once and I don't pick, send a text message. If you call me twice and I don't pick, drop a WhatsApp chat, something like that.
How can you adapt to a partner's unavailability? If you can't adapt, if you like attention, spell it out. If the person does not have your time, there's no point being in that relationship. As simple as that. I cannot be dating you and you are not available for me now.
You
Why?
don't have to be that
Ha.
dramatic.
So see, I, I'm not like attention freak.
Right.
Don't be all over me.
Hmm.
But you have to have my time.
Yeah.
There is a balance. If you're all over me, it can choke me, right? But
Yes.
do not
Yes.
ignore the fact that you
Mm-mm.
being all over me
Mm-mm.
can choke
Mm-mm.
me. No, still
Mm-mm.
be there.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But you're not available at all. I
Mm-mm.
don't understand.
No, are you dating
I
yourself?
don't
Are
understand.
you marrying
That's
yourself?
some buggy today. You see my missed call and reply tomorrow. Why
Mm-mm.
now? No. It's not. No,
And
no,
I, I,
no.
I, I, there's this popular saying that um, people create time for
For
what
who
they
they love or
or
what
what
they
they
love.
like.
Yeah. So
Please,
if you
no, nobody should
don't
be.
adapt,
Don't adapt to it.
don't.
Don't.
There will always be someone else that would have your time
He's not there. Is that he's
and you
not
would
there.
have the person's time
She's
too.
not there. Is that she's not there. Yeah.
Imagine telling you.
My sister, my sister. Love this. Thank you. Thank you.
Sonia.
Mm.
Okay, your next question.
Okay. Is it okay for someone, a girl in bracket, to move out of her parents' house? Hmm. And she said, "Hope you will talk on this there." Yeah, we're talking about it already. Okay.
Hmm?
I think you should go first,
Why me?
and then I will give moral support.
Is it okay for a girl to move
Mhm.
out of her parents'
In
house?
bracket, a girl,
Yes, a
because
girl.
I guess normally it's not such a bad thing for
For
a
a boy,
guy
yeah.
to move out.
It depends on what you're moving out for.
Okay.
Eh. You cannot just wake up one morning and tell your parents,
Mm.
I want to move out. Ebe kinaga.
And you're in Nigeria.
Yes. Where are you going to? What is your plan? You're moving out. Is it because you're working and probably you're not having enough time? Okay, let me use for instance those who stay in Lagos,
Mm.
and then your parents' house is on the mainland, and you have to work on the island. And we know how stressful it can be. So yes, it's very logical that you have to move to somewhere close to your office
Office.
if you can explain it well to your parents.
Right.
See, the truth is you can have all the valid reasons on why you want to leave your parents' house,
Yes.
but communication
If you
is very,
yes, if
very
you don't
important.
communicate.
But first of all, make sure that the reason why you want to move out is very valid. You cannot just stand up, and because you see that most of your friends or most
Are
people
living
are living alone,
alone.
and you feel, oh, I need to live the baby girl lifestyle off my parents. There's some things I want to do that my parents will not allow me. That it doesn't hold waters. But if you're living for a very valid cause,
Mm,
yes, it is okay for you to move. I moved out from my parents' house. We live in the same town. It's a very Owerri is not exactly as big as Lagos. My house is like 15 minutes from where I moved out from to where I
mm-hmm.
moved to when there's no traffic. You get. But I had to move out. Why? Because of some certain things and because of the kind of work I was doing. I
Mm,
was going to be coming back late,
mm-hmm.
and my area was not really cool to come back in the night. So it was valid. And also saying the fact that I was working and I was being valuable to the family.
Right.
So there was no how they would tell me no, you cannot go. They will only just be bothered, how are you going to cope and all. But the reason was valid. And at the end of the day, they even carried me to where will help me pack my ngongo out of
Right.
the house. So yes, it's okay to move out, but make sure that your reasons are valid
And you communicate
properly.
properly.
Not come with the mommy, I have to go. Daddy,
You are
I'm
disturbing
tired
me in
of
this
this.
house.
You will
Yeah.
never go.
If you're Nigerian or an African, you know that you can't just wake up and disobey your parents and go scot free. No, no matter how old you are, they're your parents. So
And of course, so moving out of your parents' house, if you get a job in another town, you have to
you
move
have
out.
to
So,
move out. You
so
see?
that one is different.
Mm.
But if it's moving out in the same town, you need to.
Okay, I think there are some people that their parents don't even allow them to move out to another location. They just want them to be around because they feel like they are not old enough to fend for themselves. So some people just fight it, and you hear things like, I'm not in communication with my parents, I'm not in communication with my family. They feel like, why are you going to Lagos? Meanwhile, there are opportunities here in Owerri. Why are you
But the
going to.
opportunity did not come out now. Anyway, different strokes for different folks, right? I feel that everybody's family have different ways of handling their
Mhm.
issues. So you know the kind of family that you come from, and you know how issues like this. I guess the reason why she asked this question is because um she may have strict parenting.
Yeah.
So strict or no strict parents, I just feel that if your reasons are valid, like valid, and you can defend it without feeling what's the word, as in you're confident to defend it without feeling intimidated by whatever
And I
questions they
think
throw.
you must
Yeah,
also prove some certain level of
independence and
maturity,
maturity. Yeah,
independency. Your parents need to know that
you can take care of
this one can
yourself.
take care of herself,
Yes.
this one can take care of himself. We won't be concerned. They won't call us tomorrow that our friend, our daughter, or our son is wasting away somewhere. This one knows what to do, what is right, what is not right. If you can prove that to them, then that's okay. But I also think there is another limitation or another thing that happens is societal
Ihapụrụ nwa gị nwaanyị to go and live outside.
okay,
I faced it. No, no, it's I know I know all that because
how we you're
what will
supposed to
people
be.
say? Mm,
What will people
mm,
say? Are you sure she's not living a wayward
mm.
life? Are you sure she's not bringing money into the house?
I got a
Will
lot
she be
of
able to
that.
get married outside?
I got a lot of that. A lot of people from that knew me when I was when they asked my parents, where is she? I said, she's in her house. Where? You know where? And they'll mention the particular location. I'm like, you allowed your daughter to go and live out alone. And the good thing is, have parents that even if they are upset with you, they have your back at your
Mm,
back. My parents did not give them the foundation for the conversation to sink. As they were saying it, they were pushing it away. Why? Because you don't have for every decision we have taken as a family, we thought about it, right?
right,
We did
right.
not come and knock at your door and tell you, see, this is what we want to do in our family. What do you think? So whatever good or bad decision was properly thought about. So yes, they are aware. They allowed me to go. Leave it. When your daughter reaches now, don't allow her.
Don't allow
You
her.
get. But this one allowed. And eventually, when they now found out that I was actually doing well, I said, hey, it's good that you are, hey, see you, yeah. And I'm like, what's this now? What's this?
That's human being for
What's this?
you.
So if you're coming from the outside, what will people say? People will
They will
say
say
whether or whether
something.
they will say.
Well,
They will say.
whether or whether people will say whether or whether.
But it's true now.
Yes,
Whether or
no
not.
matter what she's trying to say is no matter how you put it or how you do it, people will say something, people will talk. So please do it because you want to do it, not because you want to favor society. And my advice is if you find something away from home, wherever is home for you, and you found something that you can be doing, or you just want to explore and get some certain exposure, it's okay to do it, but make sure, like Kay said, make sure the reason is valid, make sure you communicate it properly, and turn a deaf ear to whatever society is saying. Yeah, I had to leave at some point after school. My parents wanted me to come back to our family house, but man, I thought that family house was not for me. Even though I didn't have the entire picture of what I wanted to be doing in the other place I wanted to stay, I had to move, and boom, what I did was I had to move in with friends. It wasn't, trust me, it might not be a pleasant experience because it's not your space, but you have to endure it because it's a journey, it's
Yeah.
life. I once stayed with Kay, and right now Kay stays on her own, I stay on my own. It's a journey. So even if you don't have because sometimes people don't even have the money to fend for themselves,
But
but
it
they
is
shall.
necessary that they are on their own, away
Yes, you know.
from family.
Yes,
Sometimes it's necessary
it's
because
necessary.
man, you can't take some decisions.
Mm-mm.
It will just be family oriented. Just like what Pastor was saying in church. You have to
Leave.
leave your
Genesis
family.
12, right?
Yes,
Genesis
one to
12, 1
three.
to 3.
Leave your family, leave your kindred, leave mindset. There are some mindsets that hang around in the family house space that you won't be able to exercise.
Mm-mm.
So if your points are valid enough and you can, who does not want the progress of the daughter
The
or
child.
child ahead? So when they hear your points, and I think,
Yeah.
but yes, you can. It's okay for you
And
to
please
leave.
don't do it. Don't do it in a very harsh way. Don't leave your parents. You don't have their blessing, or
Yeah,
just try. And it
yeah.
may not be easy, but just try to do it the right way.
I have a question. You're in a toxic environment, but you don't have the money to move from there. You just have to stay until you make some money. What will you say to that man? Quick. That's your question.
No, no, okay, you're the one that read it.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Hi. Now, we don't know what kind of environment that is. We don't know if it
How
is
bad?
a family space. We don't know if it's a relationship space, which, by rights, is not supposed to be. But okay.
What
Okay,
happens?
it happens, yeah. Relationship space, office space, yes, because some offices can be toxic.
Mm, mm,
We don't know which space you are talking about, and
right.
honestly, we wish you could have given us a hint
Clarified better.
because it's quite vast.
Verified.
But
Yeah.
really, nobody thrives well in
Mm-mm,
a toxic
mm-mm, mm-mm.
environment. And someone like me, I prioritize peace over anything. As a matter of fact, with or without money, if I'm in a space where the place is messing up with my mind, I would rather pack up and go and be on my own and figure out something. There's a reason why relationships are very, very important. I feel that we should also build relationships with people that when we find ourselves in this kind of situation, we can talk to them and have a fallback. You get,
Right.
like me now, if I see myself in that kind of position, I will pack my bag and I will leave wherever the place is. But I should have somebody that I am talking to. My family, and even if I have the worst of family members, there must be one person
Yeah.
that will listen to me. There should be a friend or friends that I can talk to. There should be somebody that will have my back somehow. So that also boils down to making meaningful relationships. So that when you find yourself in situations like this, you can have a plan B, you can have a fallback.
A
Because
fallback.
right now in this dispensation, you don't have to have money but you need to know who has money or
Right.
who can help you,
Right.
so that when you find yourself in this situation, you can have a backup.
Relationship is
Yeah,
currency now.
yes. So if it's where to stay, you don't know how to. Okay, you have to stay until you make some money.
To
What do you want to do? Who do you know that is doing something similar to what you want to do? Can you partner with the person? The person brings the money, you do some kind of underground work while the
okay.
person pays you, so that you can raise some money to get out of there. Can you talk to one or two people, that a family member, a friend, explain situations to the person and say, see, this is what I'm going through. Can I feel that it's safe for you to leave before whatever it is kills you, and may not be literal killing, but right, until you lose your mind. And
Yeah.
sometimes there's something that Dr. Noye posted about this Stockholm syndrome, where you're in
Yeah.
a space that your oppressor, you now start making excuses
For the
for
person.
the person. So you're now used to that environment, that you don't see, you see yourself living, but you still see yourself staying
Saying
because you give reasons why you still
you
want to
make
stay back.
excuses.
You're not ready
Yeah.
to leave if you're making excuses for a place where you've already considered toxic.
Mm.
So the day that you know that you want to leave, you will know, and you will stand up with or without money, and you will leave.
Yes.
But the thing is, I
Yes.
don't advise anybody to stay in a toxic
I
environment.
agree.
No, you can't
Mm.
function.
I agree. If you're still painting it, oh, should I? Should I not? Do I have what it takes to move and all of that? But if you wake up, it's just like making a decision or taking a step. If you've made up your mind, forces will align
Yeah.
somehow. Forces will align. Is you know the widow that lost the husband and went to the prophet, said, "What do you have?" She said she
It
doesn't
doesn't
have
have.
anything. But she had an oil. There is just something.
There's
It could
something.
be money, it could be friendship, it could be a relationship, it could just be something, somewhere, or someone. But you have to make up your mind saying that, you see this place, I ain't gonna stay in this place anymore, no matter how bad it is. Because it will mess up with your mind,
Yeah.
with your health, And please, if it's a relationship, ah, we shouldn't be having this conversation.
Quarrelly,
We shouldn't be.
especially even if you're married,
It
just go to
shouldn't
a safe
be.
space and think about your
Just go
life.
somewhere and breathe
But
fresh air. Like if it's family, we'll start saying, "Oh, your father, your mother." If it's someone else, no, 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 no. You can't try it. You can't do anything meaningful in your life in a toxic environment.
you can't.
Yeah, please just make up your mind and forces will align.
You first. Always remember, you
Right.
first.